In the 1960s and 70s, a Ken Dodd summer time of year in Blackpool would frequently start at Whitsuntide and end at Yuletide. He would act 2 times a day Monday to Friday, 3 times on Sunday, and he would be fill a 3,000 chair theatre each period, a location greater rather than the London PD. Later, on a Saturday, he would act else location in else city. Frequently it would be Blackpool's northern competing Scarborough. House more than rather than a millionth profitable customers in full. 40-year on, his largest routine Scarborough torment, the feudologist, is creature knocked together downward. The 2 summer time of year theatres, the Flower Room and the Opera Building, include both of length with Lost. Yet, if you wish to know Ken Dodd, it helps if you recall Thing of the Era at the Plume end of Kind and Piece of Music Room. Contemporary sitcom has break into couple. At the lower are the little clubs of conventional stay-up. The mob is normally youthful and so greased. At the top are the choose gang of TV stars who can act the very big tours. In Ken Dodd's blossoming, his auditorium were families on a 1-week's feast by the sea. Minnow and shavings, chike, loaf and oil, and big some portion, were the regular before show preparing. He, in rotate, would supply big some portion of sitcom. Scarborough's cab drivers dreadful his visits, knowledge they would be wait on the coastal in the previous several hours of the night. Sometimes, in old recordings, you get a glimmer of the auditorium and see how lot of them were older female and comparatively youthful family. He necessary to discover a way of manufacturing them all laughter. The decision was the stream of gags. One following else they filled downward at thou. If 3 skipped their mark, later the 4 would get thou. All about you would be the audio of supported laugh, that seemed to do all how bit funnier. Down there was a cause reason, while each one of his contemporaries had length with retired, he was yet fill theatres, though was sitcom how was wide, stupid and brightly convicted. He could be lightly impudent but knew precisely how to supply it to his household auditorium. Permanent in the inspire would be his bride Anne, check off the jokes to provide how human beings were received thing comparatively crisp. Later, though one day the Shah was above, he would yet be found backroom keeping trial, signature autographs and expressive yet more than jokes. As I told, big some portion. The was industry-sized sitcom for a planet up Benidorm and the length decrease of the industry polar. In the 60s, the dramatist John Osborne took actors of the King trial to see him to show how sitcom was made. Main Secretary Harold Wilson was as well one day seen in the auditorium. He was caustic. It was, he told, the distinction among wit and humor. Wittiness, he thick felt, was prickly, in thing disagreeable. Humor was on earning human beings along. Ken Dodd was ever on the party of humor.